As India's life insurance market evolves, brands are being pushed to balance trust with relevance in a more digital, consumer first environment. Canara HSBC Life Insurance has been navigating this shift while delivering consistent growth and expanding its distribution playbook. To speak more about it, we have with us today Mr. Rishi Mathur, Chief Distribution Officer, Alternate Channels and CMO, explaining how the marketing is driving the brand's transformation. On that note, a very warm welcome, Mr. Mathur.
Thank you, Soumya. It's a pleasure to be on this platform.
We are glad to have you too, sir. Let's quickly dive into the questions now. We are very excited to speak with you today. So Canara HSBC Life Insurance has seen strong growth, across key metrics, including a 30% rise in the total premium income in FY26. How do you think is the marketing really contributing to this momentum beyond, just acquisition?
Yeah, so I think in Canara HSBC Life, our marketing actually approach goes much beyond selling policies. It's actually very focused on creating awareness, in building the trust with the customers and ensuring that we are able to give the message of long-term financial security for all our customers. So, uh, all our campaigns are actually therefore designed with, a long-term trust building in mind, while at the same time, we obviously do want the immediate engagement metrics to happen. The short-term initiatives which we do from a brand and marketing perspective, are obviously important for our lead generation and for our awareness. But a lot of our effort actually goes in building the trust and in building the conviction into the prospects, so that they eventually do become our customers. But without creating that trust, without creating awareness around our brand, and to some extent the life insurance category as well,
Hmm.
we won't be able to kind of meet our marketing objectives. So we have this philosophy of being the promises ka partner. So that's our tagline. So I think if you go by that, and we try to live up to it, and therefore our engagement with the customer is that we want to be genuinely a partner with the customer throughout his life stages and in whichever geography they are. So that's why our marketing thrust is way beyond just acquisition, but over the entire customer's life cycle.
Sure. So, zooming into what you just mentioned, the brand recently, scaled post its IPO. It's been less than a year, but they've been great, incremental growth that was reported in your numbers. How are you really evolving your marketing narrative, keeping that in mind, from a, trust-led banking heritage to a more modern and consumer-first life insurance brand?
Right. So I think as the customers' expectations keep on changing, so we are obviously expanding our narrative. Our communication is always and has always been, very consumer first. So it's actually, while obviously we build upon the trust which comes from our pedigree and from the banking brands, two very strong banking brands that back us up. However, a lot of our communication is grounded in the belief that customers must understand this category. They must kind of uh, believe in us as a promises ka partner, and therefore we need to anchor our communication, and our communication is anchored on creating empathy, on creating effective communication that addresses the pain points or the insights that we get from customers in their life journey, and how they need to protect their financial goals. So most of our awareness campaigns are actually, and even our marketing investments, they're mostly related to awareness driven storytelling. And we like to simplify the category. We like to spark interest rather than just go about trying to educate. And therefore that's the objective that we work with. How are we doing that? We have partnered with Jasprit Bumrah and Sanjana Ganeshan, who are our brand ambassadors. They actually embody some of the core beliefs and values that we talk about, that promises made to the family are very central to one's values and the way of life, and how do you therefore work on fulfilling those promises. We host a Depend on Insurance podcast that is actually not just about insurance. It's actually about various very interesting parts of our customers' financial journey, about their preparedness, about education, about how finances are in the personal sphere. So it goes way beyond life insurance. We also talk a lot about on our social channels, where we build awareness, in terms of being very customer friendly, engaging content that people relate to, and therefore further strengthen our positioning as a promises ka partner. So these are all the key things that we try to do to make sure that we do stand apart a little bit from more conventional category communication.
Sure. Sir, could you give me a sense of the consumer insights that you were just mentioning? How are they really driving innovation in your product communication, especially among younger and first-time policy buyers?
Right. So, consumer insights have always played a very critical role in our communication strategy. And it's not just about what we are talking about. So, I think when you say consumer insights, it doesn't just come from a perspective of saying, yes, of course, consumer insights are very key when you're talking about product communication. But even in the way we communicate, we use a lot of, our insights and the learnings that we get from our real-time engagement. So I think the most important insight which we have got actually is that as we approach more younger customers, as we approach first time buyers of insurance, there is a sense that they don't want to be spoken at. They actually want something which is more relatable. They want something which is relevant, personal. In many cases, bite-sized. Less jargon heavy, less conventional insurance speak, but something which is very relatable, something that they can see in their workplace or in their family engagement. So that's the insight that we've really leveraged on, and we've tried to make sure that all our content creation, a lot of our social media management, a lot of the work that we are doing, even on our brand films, our podcasts, are actually kind of coming from this type of insight. And in terms of channels, we are leveraging RCS, we are leveraging WhatsApp, and it's not just for making transactional nudges, but for actually embedding into some of the customer conversations, and obviously visual engagement through videos. So there's a lot of work that happens on the basis of insights, and it's not just related to the first part of our marketing communication for acquisition, but throughout the customer's life cycle, in terms of renewals and onboarding and services that we offer to our customers during the tenure of the policy. So all of that actually derives it from some of the customer insights that we get from our engagement.
Sure. Sir, could you now give us, a sense of your marketing strategy and the media mix? So we know that the company is actively diversifying beyond bank assurance into agency and digital channels. So what is your, opinion on this?
Right. So for us, as we diversify beyond bank assurance and into digital, as well as proprietary channels like agency, I think it just increases the importance of how our marketing strategy kind of plays out. I mean, we've always been very end customer first, and end customers are the same. So our segmentation is in terms of how we are speaking to, say, for example, customers in metros or customers in tier 2 and tier 3 towns in India. But as we kind of expand our distribution models, as we expand the channels through which customers access us, it's actually an elevation of the marketing work and the marketing effort, because then we are actually reaching out directly as Canara HSBC Life, and therefore the importance of the brand the importance of trust in creating the trust in the minds of the potential customer is extremely high. We're not while we come from the brand comes from the pedigree of the bank, but when you're going out into the open market and engaging with customers directly or through a digital engagement, then the creation of the comfort, the creation of the trust in the brand is becomes even more, and therefore the task to marketing becomes higher as we expand to other channels. So therefore, I think it's not a choice between reach and relevance. We actually have to do both, and that's the effort that we try to do to move our marketing needle, especially with the new channels that we have.
Sure. And what sort of a marketing budget have you set aside for your, promotional activities? If you could also give me a sense of your split between traditional and digital.
So I think we do invest in both digital and traditional kind of properties. I think there's a fair distribution of that. We have been, if you see our work in the last 1 or 2 years, we have actually invested in traditional media as well. So on conventional television and in terms of all our media mix is fairly well spread. At the same point of time, we do have a significant amount of digital activities which we do. There is a fair bit of digital spend that we do. So well, I'm not giving any specific thing, but it's a fair mix.
So, sir, India's life insurance sector, as we all understand, continues to, remain underpenetrated despite the government support and even the rising awareness. What are some of the biggest perception barriers, according to you, that marketing still needs to solve?
So I think one thing is that it's quite encouraging is that the category awareness is genuinely rising, and it's genuinely rising on the back of the trust on protection, on ensuring that you're prepared for life's uncertainties, on the fact that you need an insurance partner to kind of take you through some of these challenges which could happen. So I think that awareness is generally rising, and my personal belief is that it does exist in a latent form in every in every Indian, in every customer. It's just that we do need to take this awareness and take it to the next level. So uh, the issue is not just about penetration. The issue is about the protection gap. So while penetration has been increasing, a lot of Indians are not fully protected for all of the risks that could kind of come and in their life, and their families are actually not fully protected. So pure awareness of insurance is not going to cut it. It's actually going to be about making sure that you understand the protection gap and therefore actually actively take actions and steps and plans to do something about it. And that's the part which is the task that marketing in insurance actually has to do a lot about. And that's where we have to close, as you rightly said, Soumya, perception barriers which come in the way. And some of these perception barriers are linked to the complexity of our or the perceived complexity of our products, of what we offer, the perception about, can we trust what is being offered as an insurance, and that eventually does trigger either a deferment or a postponement of this very critical life decision. So that's the part which we focus on, that while awareness exists, but what are we actually wanting to do about it? How are we kind of making sure that it translates into action? How are we ensuring that it translates into some form of a thought that how to take care of this issue? So that's an important part of our what we want to solve for. And I think that's, if we do this well, I think the penetration or the vision of the life insurance industry to that, which is that life insurance for all by 2047, will actually get realized, because then consumers will understand this much better, actually.
Sure. And so how much are you really, relying on AI and data, while how do you really leverage these tools to, personalize consumer journeys and communication? Since we know that AI and data have become very central to the financial services sector, but you in particular, how are you leveraging all these tools?
Right. So I think we are now seeing a lot of usage of AI, particularly in a lot of our video content in terms of using predictive analytics to understand that how we can anticipate customer needs. So this is, two or three very critical areas in which we are already using AI to, we are using, dynamic creatives. We have simplified policy explainers. We have, customer facing educational videos, the wide gamut of content that we can now create, and make it very customized, very specific, using the AI tools that we have at our disposal is exceptional. I think we are at a very big inflection point in marketing right now, where the usage of such AI tools can actually help us, create more customized content and actually leverage it well. Also, we are using AI with all of our customer engagement touch points. So, including chatbots, self-service platforms, to make the interaction very seamless, to make the interaction more human. So all of that is finally helps in reinforcing trust, and all the customer engagement work we do with AI actually helps all of the marketing, kind
Right.
of targets or our objectives, and all of the work we do in AI in marketing actually finally helps in our customer engagement as well. So there's a lot of usage which we are seeing, and I'm sure this will actually increase over the coming few months and years as well.
Sure, sure. Mr. Mathur, from a marketing standpoint in particular, what will really define the, next phase of growth for Canara HSBC Life Insurance?
So I think so far we have focused a lot on campaign-led visibility. In the year that went by, we had a very major campaign that we launched with our brand ambassadors. But I think as we move forward in the coming year, we will be talking more about trust-led lifecycle engagement. Our focus will be on using data, technology, and AI to deliver more personalized, locally relevant conversations, vernacular conversations, which we want to do with a lot of our prospects and customers in tier two, tier three towns.
Hmm.
We will be, using the awareness deficit that we see in a lot of smaller towns and tier two and tier three markets, where we actually see a lot of next wave of growth coming in, and that will demand a little bit of a differentiated approach. So that is something which we will customize. So different type of strokes for different folks. We
Sure.
can't use what we are using in Calcutta, can't be used in Jhansi. What we are using in Mumbai can't be used in Salem. So vernacular first communication, channel strategies that are built around some local trust markers, marketing that meets customers at their level of insurance literacy. So we are not making a presupposition that you are already very well aware about what is the level of insurance. So we don't want to be preachy about it. We want to meet customers at their level of financial literacy or insurance literacy, and then say that we are with you. We're going to help understand this whole space a little better, and hopefully in that engagement and that understanding, we'll be able to kind of position our brand as a trusted partner. So this is where the entire focus is going to be, for the year that's just started, and maybe even the year that comes beyond that, because this is a long game. It's not going to
True.
get done so easy. So
True.
yeah, so I think eventual marketing success is a function of how deeply we stay connected with our customers across their life stages, and not just about getting to wide reach.
Sure. Okay, so coming down to my last question, if you had to pick that one big shift shaping the insurance industry in India over the next 3 to 5 years, what would that be?
Yeah, I think one big shift that we are seeing is that in the past, all of the insurance marketing activities and all campaigns and everything were were specifically geared for certain events or points. It's a tax season, or it's a unique product launch, or a particular life event. Like that's what a narrow window was being kind of used, and I think that model is not going to continue. Insurance marketing is going to move towards brands that are not just communicating better, but they're also staying relevant, and they're staying relevant by addressing the younger age group, and addressing the concerns of policy buyers across everywhere, across all age groups, and being more clear and being more authentic. So I think wherever people see hesitation, confusion, this whole tendency to defer, engagement with insurance for whatever reasons, whether it's emotional, or whether it's too complex for me to understand, that kind of shift will happen. So a lot of insurance marketing that I feel that we will see will actually move towards explaining and simplifying the category, being more personalized about what's important and relevant to you and your needs, and that will finally drive the growth of how we engage and how we do marketing in the future. And obviously we can't do all of this until we have the right data, and if we are not leveraging the right analytical tools, and we're not leveraging the power of AI. So I think that will then become baseline, that we'll have to use all of that to engage with our customers.
Sure. Well, this will be all for today, sir. Thank you so much for taking our time. And I hope the audiences will have great takeaways from this conversation.
Thank you, Soumya.